Let's go to
So
number
he's
5.
done 4 and I've done 3.
Yeah. I'm the master debunker.
No, it's completely up to you though. There's no right or wrong.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I want to be
Be sure
4
I'm
as well.
Well, if you want to change it to 4, yeah, change
Right,
it
okay,
to
I'm 4.
4. There you go. It's 4.
If only life was that easy.
Yeah.
Honestly. Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
Skibidi Toilet.
I can tell you now, if any 10-year-old
No,
comes to
because
me and
that's the
says,
base from mine.
if anybody that's older, and this is me as a 50, 60-year-old man, whatever, yeah, and a kid comes up, or somebody comes and says, in my presence,
Grandpa Faz.
do you remember when we used to watch Skibidi Doo blah blah blah, head spinning in the toilet? I'm going to say, wait a minute, my friend, come here. What were you watching? Oh, yeah, Granddad, we used to watch, old man, we used to watch, Skibidi Doo that head spinning in the toilet. Come here. And man's in my frame. As soon as I get closer, that's what I'm doing. I'm just letting you know.
Welcome back, boys. Back at it again.
Back again. Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
This is the best podcast in the world.
In the world, and you better believe it.
I get Logan
As
Paul.
Deontay Wilder says, what did he say? He says, see it, believe it. Oh, no, believe it, see it, receive it. Bomb squad.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
I've never heard that either.
Technically, yeah, that's how he gets down.
But talking about not hearing of things. Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
All right. Okay. This is something that made me look like an absolute tool because the person that I said this to had never heard of this before.
Okay.
Right, who
Right.
did you say it to?
Remember when you got your cat neutered, and then asked you what was the whole process,
Yeah.
and you said, "All right. So what happens is they do this whole process, right? And they can take out the testicles,
Yeah.
and they put these little plastic ones in."
Plastic
Do they?
thing, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently so, right? So when I went to take my cat, I took Cloud.
Oh, is he Newton now?
Yeah, he's neutered. Yeah.
Big
Don't,
news, man.
don't act surprised. Right. So before I leave, I'm speaking to this vet. And I'm like, so I'm all right in saying that you're going to take out the testicles and you're going to put these little plastic ones in.
And you could choose the sizes.
And
You
She
should choose the
looks-
sizes.
Choose the sizes.
she looked
Apparently
at
so,
me-
yeah.
She looks at me and she goes, "You what?" I go, no, you know, when you take them out and you replace them with these plastic ones. She goes, "Where have you heard that from?" I'm like, "Well, my cousin." He apparently went and got his cat done. He's got some plastic ones in. She goes, "He's chatting." Absolute bollocks. I'm like,
Well, he was
What?
talking about it.
What the hell? Wait a minute.
I was told that information.
Well, have you had your Kai done?
Yeah.
So,
But I didn't
did you
take it.
choose some plastic balls?
But I was told they replace him with plastic balls. So
No.
what happens then?
so all they do is just
Snip.
snip, and that's it. She goes, "We don't take anything out."
Got him. Got him.
You made me look like a right.
You know
tool.
what though? You know. So what about when you went? What about when Kai got his done then?
Yeah.
Did you not think? Oh, did it ask me what size plastic ones I should put in?
I just went with the flow and says whatever suits his personality. They put the biggest ones in. When he walks around, they're just on display everywhere.
Oh god.
Oh
You hear
my
him
God.
ting 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 ting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, so
insane.
was she
That's
laughing?
hilarious.
Yeah, she was laughing at me, looking at me like I'm a right tool for believing your freaking story.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And look, and the funny thing is, she goes, "Is he in America?" I was like, "No, he's not that far from me." She's like,
I
"Yeah,
love
he's
that.
chatting.
Yeah,
He's probably
chatting.
having you on." I was like, "No, but he said it with such conviction, and he believes that his cat's got these little plastic little replacements in
Yeah.
him." She's like, "Nah."
Yeah, no, I
That,
lied.
that is insane to say the least.
Just tell her,
Who
yo.
told you that?
Yeah, who told you that? Did you not verify
I
it?
don't know. Someone told me. I can't remember.
I've told you before.
Yeah, you
Verify
told me.
every-
You told
I
me.
did not know.
I told you before.
No,
you told
no,
me.
Yeah,
no.
don't try and spin it on laser.
No. I've told you this before. Verify everything. Everything
Well,
must be verified.
fact checked.
Fact check
Yeah.
everything.
Fact checked.
Yeah, it's they don't put plastic
Yeah.
ones in, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
if
and
any,
you
of-
get-
if
you
any
don't
of
get
you
to choose
lot out there, right, have ever had a cat that's had replacements, plastic replacements, please let us know.
It's like changing the trim in your car, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's not. It's definitely nothing like that.
it's definitely like that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with it. I'm like, yeah. Before I click that, hold on. No, it's got nothing.
I was thinking for a second.
At all. Yeah.
But yeah, no, honestly, I cannot remember who told me that. That's
Well,
what happens.
Yeah. Of course, now
well,
we can't.
at least now my
You know.
stupidity and humility.
So yours just had the snip.
Yeah, even yours had the
So
snip.
did yours.
Yeah, yours hasn't got these plastic fake ones.
Yeah.
Rummaging
Well, they
around.
grew bigger. Probably because he's not using them anymore. I have no
Very big.
idea.
You never know.
Maybe.
No idea.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to stick with a little Zed.
Zed. Don't say he's done you again somewhere else.
He hasn't done me this time.
Oh, another story. Oh,
This was the time, right, everyone? Yeah, I'm looking at which. Where's the camera? It's over there, right? This is the time when Zed thought he was Superman. And when I mean Superman, he thought he was what's that guy called? World's Strongest Man?
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall.
He thought Eddie Hall had nothing on him, right? So my car breaks down. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. So I ring up Zed. I'm like, Zed, I need you. My car's broken down. So he comes like little Superman. Yeah, no worries, I got you, bro. I'm like, right, we need to push the car. And he's like, right, push it back. I'm like, no, should we push it forward? He's like, no, push it back. So you can just reverse it onto
Yeah.
the back of the curb.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm saying to him, I said, look, I'm obviously a bigger lad. Why don't I get out and push?
Yeah.
He's like,
No,
he's
no,
like,
no, 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 no,
He's
no.
done about 5 push-ups in front of me just to show, he's got the strength. He's hench. He's like, I've just come back from the gym. I'm doing this. I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. Think about it again. He's like, no, I've got this.
Obviously,
Yeah.
he's got to be the hero.
Yeah. He's got to he's saving me. Yeah. He's come all that way. So he's
Yeah.
obviously going to, I appreciate it, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. So I sit in the car, turn my wheel. I'm like, are we moving yet? And all I see is Zed like, we move forward and then we roll back. Look, just get out. Let me take over from here. I can see you struggling, lad. He's out of breath here. No, I can do it. I'm like, it's all right, player. Yeah, Zed, sorry. Yeah, Zed. That's your gamer tag. I'm like, it's all right, Zed.
Well, it was like a game. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a game of strength.
Yeah. One that you were losing.
Yeah.
So he gets into the car, and I get into the front.
Yeah.
I start pushing. And I'm thinking to myself, this is probably the easiest push I've done in my life.
Yeah.
And I've got my slipper shoes on, and it's raining.
But there were shoes. There were shoes.
I was still slipping.
Yeah.
Shoes is harder.
Yeah,
No,
pushed
it's
it. Pushed it.
Sliders, like my toes were popping out the front and everything. I
No.
couldn't get anything.
Look, shoes, underneath shoes, they have no grip. On sliders, they have
No,
grip.
you had trainers on,
No.
not shoes. You had actual shoes on.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, still grip. Yeah,
No,
better
there's no
than
grip on-
sliders anyway.
Yeah. So I'm like, literally, I could have pushed it with a pinky if I wanted to. Yeah. But I got him onto the curb. Yeah, where we were meant to be.
Yeah. Good job. Good job,
Good job.
Armellius.
And then
Yeah, good job.
he gets out the car and he goes,
You can't make it up. You can't make it
Oh, no.
so I said, come on, lad, let's get you home.
up. Let's get you up.
I'm feeling weak.
I love it. I love it. Quick, get me
My
a snack.
sugar's
I'm going to say. I love it.
And then some people think it's a conspiracy, of how who was the one who broke him down. Really, was it me or was it Zed?
Well, I
Yeah.
did break down in tears, so that's a good start.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's true. No, so honestly, talking about conspiracies, if you think of conspiracy, what's the first conspiracy theory that comes into your head? Don't give me an explanation. I just want to know what comes into your head.
2,
Okay.
flat Earth
Flat Earth,
and moon landing.
moon landing. That's your 2. Okay.
Yeah.
You can
3.
you got 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Moon landing,
Yeah.
flat Earth,
Yeah.
global warming.
Global
Well,
warming.
you stole flat Earth from me. But
Ah,
okay.
okay. No, they're the
Oh,
big
well,
ones.
could we not hear? Obviously,
No.
if you heard,
I don't
if
believe
you
it.
have heard about it, and I've heard about it, Do you not think that that's the whole point of a conspiracy theory? That it's probably the more widespread ones?
No, I don't
Of
think
course.
you
Of
thought of
course,
it.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Now, maybe it's a
Armellius.
conspiracy
In
against
some
him,
sense.
that we are conspiring against him in some way, shape, or form.
Usually I am.
We never
Blood
know.
is thicker than water, as they say.
Hey, you're not family.
Yeah, you're not family.
Not by blood,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
by love.
You've put that out there.
Yeah, you put that out
Yeah.
there. We've never said that.
Well, you've made
Well,
that.
if I slip my hand open now, mine would be bright red, beautiful. Yours would be black, sludge like oil. Yeah, ruin your food, ruin your food. You're gonna slip on it now. It's slippy outside. It's oil.
Yeah, yours would be like baby blood because you're not developed fully yet.
And then they'll do a test like, you got a bit of conjunctivitis. What? I've got to get the word out then. Yeah. Obviously, I can't speak. I've not developed speech yet.
Yes.
So, conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Who coined the term conspiracy? Who
Don't
came up
actually
with
know that. No, I have no
Frederick
idea.
Conspiry.
it? No. I like it though.
Frederick
Yeah.
Conspiry.
It was the CIA.
The CIA.
Conspiracy.
So the CIA
intelligence.
came up with conspiracy theory.
So basically, what happened was, when the aliens landed,
Yeah.
like they do in Men in Black,
Yeah.
and people were like starting to leak information,
Yeah.
and some people were privy to certain things, or some people actually physically seen things
Yes.
to falsify it and make it sound like they would do lally.
Yeah.
They came up with the term conspiracy
Conspiracy
theory.
theory.
Oh, he's a conspiracist.
Yeah.
No,
He's made it up, or she's made it up.
No, because you could.
They're
You could
crazy.
they're all part of this crazy
yeah, it's
cult.
Crazy.
no,
yeah,
no,
a
it's not.
crazy
That's
cult.
not where the word stems from. Because when you conspire against
No, I'm
something,
talking about conspiracy theory.
theory.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, maybe I should have been a bit
Sorry.
more
Yeah,
clear with
because
that.
you can conspire against the king and try to kill
Yeah,
the king,
yeah.
like
But I'm talking about like these kind of
conspiracy
things.
theory.
The conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you say CIA, that probably stands for Conspiracy Intelligence Agency.
Maybe. You never know. You never know. And do you know what? You've both mentioned one of the biggest conspiracy theories, the moon landing.
Alien.
Moon landing.
sorry.
Yeah.
Aliens.
But talking about aliens,
That is a big one.
when did the government officially recognize Area 51?
19. Sorry, no, it was like 2000 and.
What? So when the United States
Government
government,
officially
Does it begin with a two?
acknowledged
yeah,
Area 51.
Does it begin with a two?
1968.
Does it begin with a 2?
It does begin with a 2.
What?
Look at me. 2000 and.
You're getting nothing from him. There's nothing coming from him. 2012.
2000.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is 2012 such a key word? Like key number?
First.
Okay, I need to get that double check though. I'm sure it's 2000. I'm going off memory here.
Okay.
Yeah. Producer.
Yeah. No, I don't want to fact check Armellius. He's always right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You cheeky basket.
Yeah. So yeah, just as a side caveat,
Yeah.
they only acknowledged that back in like I think it was 2012. I'm sure it is
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
And that just shows you for so many years. You saying 60s because it's been going on since the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure from like the
The whole
40s,
alien,
World
yeah,
War
yeah.
II and all that.
And do you remember that whole recent government last year
Yeah.
about aliens and all that sort of stuff with Congress?
So
But they-
2012
Yeah, it was
officially
when they
recognised.
officially-
What's the alien thing? The Roosevelt.
The Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Files?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've not really looked too much into it.
Have
But
you not seen
from-
those pictures of the guys stood in black suits and the tall aliens? Oh,
Oh, that's a
that.
fabricated piece of evidence, that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from Men in Black.
My uncle
It
made
sounds
that.
like a Men in Black picture.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
uncle made that.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, go on.
Yeah. So bringing it back, we're going to touch on one of the biggest ones. And you both mentioned this because
Yeah.
obviously it's that big.
The
We're going to
moon
talk about
The moon
the
landing.
moon landing.
Did we really
Yeah.
go there?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So I'll start with you then because
Yeah.
you were here. Do you
my
think
thoughts on the moon landing.
did we go to the moon or not? Actually,
Right.
before no, I want a yes or a no. To
Just a
start
yes
with.
or a no.
Yeah. Did we go to the moon? Yes or no? Hit
The
me.
first time. You mean like the first?
Yeah, Neil
Time.
Armstrong. Did he take any
No.
steps on the moon?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
What about you, Phaser?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
But can I tell you why?
Okay, you can, but I want to come to Zed first.
Can we not go the other way around?
No, because I went to him first.
Yeah.
I heard his
I'm,
no.
I'm number one.
Yeah.
Can
You're
we not
number
go
two.
this way and then go back this way?
I'm number one.
No, I'll start with Zed.
But what if he says the same things that I want to say?
Then just say, I agree.
No, I can't do it. It's too hard.
can't do it, man.
So
Sorry,
go
go
on.
on.
All right, okay. So why do you think we didn't?
There's several reasons why. So at the time of the moon landing, there was a race for supremacy of the world. So
Okay.
it was after the World War, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, 1960 something, I think it was.
This was
67
during-
was
67.
when
This
it
was
landed,
this
right?
was during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were
Well, it's not your turn to speak.
and vying.
I'm not listening to you.
So the moon race.
69.
69.
69.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
This
think
is before the Iron Curtain fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is before the
So-
Iron Curtain.
so-
This is before this. Is it before the space race, or was it
No,
during
this
the space
is during
race?
the space
during
race.
the space
Yes,
race.
Yes.
During the space.
Yep.
During the space race.
So the whole purpose of this was to exercise who's the supreme nation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to show we have the power and capacity and capabilities. We are clever. We got the money to get to the moon.
And what did
Because it's never been done.
and
Who,
what
who
did-
was
what did
winning?
Kennedy
Who was
say?
winning prior?
Russians.
The United
They
States.
sent.
Oh,
They sent.
yeah,
They
yeah,
sent
the Soviets.
Sputnik.
Yeah, the Soviets.
Sputnik 1
Yeah.
out, which was the first ever satellite
with a dog.
to ever.
No, no,
Huh?
that's
Didn't it have a dog in it?
They also
No. They had a monkey.
was-
they had a
that was-
monkey.
something
That was an earlier one. Monkey.
Right,
Yeah. The monkey was called Zed. And-
And the dog was called Faz. Here, boy. Here, boy. But no, I think it was a race.
Of course,
right?
it was a race. It was
And
a space race.
There was so much. Yeah, no. I mean, like, crying out loud. It was a race for supremacy, right?
Yeah.
And
Space race.
I think that United States fell short of that.
Yeah.
And I think Russia was showing such domination in that.
Well, think of it. Well, think of it
Aspect.
this way, yeah. Right, Russia. They were the first ones to get a satellite in orbit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and functional and working.
Yeah.
Sputnik.
Yeah.
I think it was Sputnik 2 actually. That was the first operational one. Sputnik 1, I
Right.
think, it was the first one to be launched into space.
Yeah.
Right. And then once that happened, then JF Kennedy obviously they're already in the middle of the Cold War. Yeah, that's already ongoing behind the scenes,
Yeah.
separate to this,
Yeah.
right? So now it's a race, like you said, yeah, who can show ultimate supremacy and
Supremacy,
get
yeah.
to space first.
Yeah.
And then there was no plans to go to the moon. That wasn't a thing. Yeah, it was who could get to space. So Russia had already got there. So then it was like, well, how can we take?
Because they even got
one
the
step-
first man.
Yeah. Yes.
in
Yeah.
space.
In
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first cosmonaut.
Yeah. The first. Yeah.
So it's a case of, right, well, we can top trump that.
Yeah. How
Let's
do
get
we?
the
No,
first
how
man
do we
on the
drop it?
moon.
Yeah.
First man on the moon.
First man on the moon.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
Yeah.
Now there was a thought process that Russia having already had a successful cosmonaut flight.
They were going to reach
Yeah,
the moon.
that they were the next step was reaching the moon, and they were
Yeah.
already 9/10 of the way there.
Yeah.
And they were getting ready to launch and actually send somebody to the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the US needed to do it very, very
Out of
quickly.
nowhere, they just came and they were like,
No, it was out of nowhere. No,
no, it was
wasn't out of
because
nowhere.
they
It
still
was-
hadn't really got to space.
Yeah,
then,
they
had
had.
they?
Yeah, they had.
Well, they had.
Yeah,
They had.
Yeah.
But they were behind.
They'd taken their own satellites into
Okay.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
You know,
Right.
so they had been there.
Yeah.
And then the key there is, well, if they are already there, we're not there yet. So, but we can't be seen to be dominated by
the
Russia,
Soviets.
by the
Yeah.
Soviet Union,
Yeah.
where they've already been to space.
Yeah.
They put a man in space, they put an animal in space, they've got a working satellite in space, and now they're going
Yeah.
to get to the moon first.
But think of the thought process behind it. Why was there such a race to get there? And it's because
it was the Cold War.
It was the
Yeah,
Cold
no,
War.
it was the Cold War,
Yeah.
but at the same
It
time,
was a
they
space race
yeah, but they want. What was the purpose of the space race?
to show dominance.
To show dominance to the entire world.
Yeah,
We
of
are the strongest nation. Follow us. Do all your trading with us. We are, supreme. We are better
it was
than
it was
everyone.
capitalism versus communism.
Yeah.
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 Also, the reason why I say there's a part of me that potentially thinks maybe it did happen, but then there's another part of me that thinks, you know what, there's too much shady stuff around it.
Yeah.
Whether it's I don't want to get into it too much because it might ruin stuff. But even if you have a look at interviews afterwards with
didn't quite
Neil
add up.
Armstrong,
Neil
Yeah.
Armstrong hasn't been that spoken about it, but Buzz,
Yeah,
on
he
the other
was all
hand,
over it. Wasn't he?
he's really been anti. Did we really go there? Have you seen
Yeah.
that interview with him with that little girl?
yeah.
And she says, what did she say to him, man? My mind's gone blank. for
I
a
don't
second.
think you went to space.
Yeah, and she goes, asks him a question about space, and then he responds, "Did we really go there? Why haven't we gone back? If we
Yeah.
did,
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
another question.
Yeah.
That begs the question: Why
Well,
haven't we gone back?
I'll tell you why.
If we went there,
I'll tell you why. The answer is funding and priority.
Yeah,
Priority
but
change and funding
why
change.
was it changed? You
Because
know,
they've done it. They've done it. So after the Apollo missions finished, yeah, that was it. There was no.
Yeah.
There was no.
That's to say they even went in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because no other nation has
Ever been.
ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're talking about going to Mars.
Well,
The Artemis missions.
yeah.
But yeah, the answer to your question is
You don't believe. it
don't
was real.
believe. Well, I used to,
Yeah.
and then as
The
we've
conspiracy theories
the
got you.
conspiracy, yeah, I mean, it just took over me. To be honest with you, it consumed me, and I realised, well, hang on a second, this don't add up. There was more negatives and cons than there were pros and positives.
Okay.
So it made me think that it never happened.
Here's the thing then. We're going to take a look at 5 of the most common theories, and I'm going to debunk them for you,
Yeah.
and you tell me whether you believe it's
Still
true
believe it
or
or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end
But
of
can
it.
we ask you your opinion first? No.
No.
You
I
explain.
can't
to
give
us.
you. I can't give you
Yeah.
my opinion
Right,
just yet.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we
So-
debunk them?
We'll try. Yeah, let's try to make it out.
right.
together.
I'm gonna debunk them, and you tell me whether it's right.
No,
Yeah.
you tell us the conspiracy theory, and
No,
we'll try and
no.
debunk it.
Okay, you can
We'll
try and debunk, it. Yeah. 'Cause the whole point of me is to debunk them for you.
Yeah,
To convince
first time
you.
we're working
I'm
together.
gonna try
Let's
and
run away with
convince
it.
you that
Hold
we
my
went-
hand.
To this goddamn moon.
What? No, leave me alone. No, too much.
Oh damn.
Right, go on.
Sorry. Yeah, there was just some casual robbery going on.
Yeah, it's already ringing.
Apologies.
It's SOS is ringing the police. We've manhandled.
Right, go on. So what's
By a
the
girl.
first one? Where we started?
So the first one. Okay.
These are all moon.
This everything's to do with the moon landing. I am here now to convince you that we went to the moon.
Oh, to convince us we went to the moon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm now going to debunk in front of your very eyes
Those conspiracies.
those conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And by the end of it, you should be like, yeah, I understand where they're coming
Okay, well,
from.
okay, yeah,
Yeah?
fair enough.
And you
fair
tell
enough,
me
yeah.
by the
Well,
end
we're
of
not
this,
going to debunk it.
whether
'cause
your
we believe
mind
those
gets changed or not.
conspiracies. Yeah,
You can
okay.
try and debunk it yourselves.
Right, okay, yeah.
Entirely if you
We'll
want.
try.
It's
Well,
entirely up to
let's
you.
try it. Let's try.
So let's start with the first one. Okay. Mr. Producer. Could you bring up the first one for me, please?
Photograph taken by Neil Armstrong during the Apollo
You might
11
wanna zoom
moon
in a little
landing.
bit into that.
Yeah, zoom in a bit.
Okay.
So photograph was taken during the Apollo moon landing. NASA.
Right, okay.
What's wrong with that picture?
I think it's the shadows and the
Yes.
positioning of the sun. So the sun wouldn't have casted a shadow in that direction because you see a lot of light above his head,
Yes.
right? So if all that light is focused there,
Then the
then
shadow
that
would be in
means
a
the
different
shadow
position.
shouldn't be there. The shadow should be going that way,
Yeah.
other direction.
So, in other words, bring that picture back up for us, please. Is it still there? There we go.
Yeah, still there, still there.
Are they parallel?
Yeah,
pretty
no,
much.
no, they're not. They're not. They're not. No,
They're
they're
not
not.
parallel, are they?
No, because if you probably carried on, if you double that picture, they'll probably meet. So they're not perpendicular.
No, but depending
not
on where
parallel,
you're
sorry.
looking from, it wouldn't always be parallel.
But then that's one of the biggest arguments.
But
We
it
didn't
was-
go to the moon because I'm going to touch on what you said there. There's obviously more lighting towards that astronaut,
Yeah.
which is why there's a bigger shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a smaller shadow on that there.
Oh,
Because there's not enough lighting there.
Yeah.
So that clearly proves that we didn't go to the moon.
Yeah.
That we didn't. Go
We
to.
didn't
That
go
we
to
didn't
the
go
moon.
to the
Yeah,
moon.
yeah.
This was shot in a studio.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
lighting.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, Phaser kind of debunked that whole theory a moment ago when he talked about the sun and with the positioning of the sun.
That was me.
Or was it you? Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought it was.
That
He's
was
not
actually
clever
me.
enough for that.
Yeah,
No, that
I
was
do
me.
apologize.
No, it wasn't you.
Don't
Yeah.
apologise because that was me.
We'll watch it back.
Yeah. So when this picture was taken, it was daytime on the moon.
Yeah.
Right. So the sun's positioning,
Facing.
yeah, was completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why it shows parallel. Not why it's not parallel, should I say? Because of the time of day it was. Now, if you were to mimic this exact same thing on Earth
Yeah.
at a certain time of day, yeah, you have two objects stood right next to each other,
Yeah.
but because of where the sun is in that particular time of day, shadows won't be parallel.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one problem with that.
What is that problem? But I've just proved to you you can do this on Earth.
I don't believe
no,
it.
but there's
You can.
only but there's only one problem with that.
What's
yeah,
that problem?
Which is right. So if it was the time of day,
Yeah.
yeah, at what time of day? What time of day is the shadow the biggest?
12 noon.
Midday.
Midday, right?
Yeah.
So
midday, yeah.
in them pictures, obviously, it looks quite big.
Could be 1 o'clock. I
right?
don't know.
But
Daylight savings.
if you think about the way that the sun works, right? So if it's midday, that's because
Was that the
sun-
shortest?
What? No,
Is
it's
it
a
the
long-
shortest?
Yeah, your shortest because there's
Shortest,
no shadow.
shortest at
Yeah.
midday. Yeah, sorry.
Because the sun is at its highest point.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, when you're starting in the morning, right,
Yeah.
it starts getting longer, shorter.
The
until-
midday, then
yeah,
it's short.
it's-
Then as it
and then,
starts
yeah.
going, it gets
Then
longer
it goes
again.
longer,
It goes
longer.
Yeah, and then
Maghrib.
it shorts off. Now,
Yeah.
here's the problem with this picture, right? If that was the case, you'd expect the light, to be, because the shadows look pretty long from where the picture's taken.
Yeah.
You'd expect the light not to be on the corner coming in this way.
Yeah, that's what
because if the light is over here shining this
I've
way,
already said this.
yeah. If the light is coming in shining this way,
Mhm.
the shadow should be behind you, not in front of you, right? If the light's coming in this way from behind, the shadow would be in front of you.
Yeah.
Now, that light is coming in from the top corner, which suggests that it's coming from in front. If it's coming from in front, there should be no shadow in front. The shadow should be behind.
Well, look, I already said that about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but you mustn't have articulated
I
properly.
did articulate it because you weren't listening. That's the problem. You weren't listening.
So the conspiracy theory one, debunked or not for you?
Debunked. Thumbs up to the conspiracy. I agree that
There's
That,
some shape of
that we
shadows.
didn't go
Yeah.
there. I
Okay.
agree that we didn't go there because that picture clearly tells it was shot in a studio.
yeah,
They got
it's a
the
fake.
lighting wrong.
Okay.
They got the lighting wrong.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
Debunk. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a look at the next one.
Right.
So the next one was only something that was discovered in 1958.
No, it wouldn't be debunked.
Yeah.
No, you said
Because
debunked.
no, we've debunked it in
You
the sense
debunked
that
me trying
that
to
is a
debunk that.
conspiracy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
we've
what it is.
debunked.
You've
Yeah,
debunked me.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
that's what it is.
Debunked. Yeah. Can we do it again then? Debunked.
Debunked.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's
You're working with
that's
it.
one to you lot and
You're-
0 to me.
You're working with the terrible two here,
Okay.
mate.
Do you agree with us?
No, I'll tell at
Okay,
the end.
fine.
I'll tell my
Right.
part at the end.
Okay, so number 2.
Okay, so this was only discovered in 1958. And when I say discovered, it's a radiation field. And it's called the Van Allen radiation field. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of Van Allen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Allen's Vans Radiation. Yeah.
Yeah, the basic radiator company, guys called Allen.
yeah. Allen's
Yeah, I
fried
know
chicken.
that,
Yeah.
Delivery
So the
driver.
Van Allen
Van
belt.
Allen.
Yeah. So
that's
where
a
this
belt.
where this
Right,
comes
okay.
from, it's a magnetic field.
Right.
Yeah. And this is energy that comes from the sun.
Yeah.
And what happens is when it reaches Earth, it'll just it's like a cluster of energy. And,
Right.
and the radiation on that is quite high.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the point that the conspiracy theorists have is if this radiation is evident,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
and it's very toxic,
Yeah.
how did the astronauts
Survive.
How did they survive that trip into space and not get impacted by
No,
this
you
radiation?
see, I don't. This one.
Yep.
Well,
We're
let's
going
have
to
a
take a look at it. This is what that radiation looks like. And the reason why we're able to look at like how to understand how it is
Yeah.
in 2012 in August, NASA had sent the Van Allen probes up into space and they were able to measure exactly what this radiation looks like.
Yeah. No, but to be fair,
So
on
that
this
is an
one-
artistic image. That isn't. It's not exactly what it looks like.
It's something similar to that. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's an
Yes,
artistic
an
image,
artistic
but
image.
that's to show what the radiation
Yeah.
looks like. And
No.
they're discovering new belts of radiation.
Yeah. Well, which we
at
know
all
that
times.
exists. Yeah. However, to be fair on this one, the one thing that I would say is that you can create laser protection for radiation. Let me give you an example. Yeah?
What protection?
Laser.
Laser
Yeah,
protection.
laser protection for radiation. Yeah. So, for
Oh,
example,
layers.
yeah,
of.
layers.
Oh, I
I
think
said
it's
laser.
No.
Oh, well, you were agreeing with him as well.
I was thinking maybe
You
got
can
some.
make layers of protection
There we
for
go.
against radiation, right? Because look at Chernobyl, for example, right?
Yeah.
So radiation, yeah. Obviously, you can have hazmat suits and all the rest of it. You know, how have they contained it? They've put this massive lead fucking thing right over it to contain it for 100 years.
Yeah.
Before it starts seeping through. So on the radiation side of things, to be fair, I don't think that's enough to debunk it and say, oh well, how did they survive? Well, how does a missile or even these satellite probes? How do even these satellite probes?
With this.
Yeah. How do they survive re-entry when it all burns up? So you could say, well, how do they survive it? Because surely, as you're breaking through the atmosphere, the heat is so rapid that it would.
But the missile
it would
doesn't
degrade
leave the
thing.
atmosphere.
So this is radiation. So at the same time, they could put heat-resistant things to protect the thing. I'm
Okay,
sure they
so
put some
here's
radiation
a
protection stuff in
twist
as
on
well.
that then, right?
So you're saying unknowingly they've protected themselves
No, I'm saying that they knew that
About
radiation
radiation.
is there.
because
Yeah.
they discovered it in 1958.
Yeah. So they
went to
knew
the
that
moon
radiation
10 years
existed.
Okay,
later.
but how did
Yeah.
they know what type of radiation it is?
You didn't know it was
You-
harmful.
You don't know how harmful
but
it is, how
but
powerful it is.
I've seen
Yeah.
documentaries where they've talked about
They're lying to you,
radiation.
bro. They're
They've
lying.
talked about the fact that this isn't like new documentaries that somebody now is talking about. I'm talking about documentaries like behind the scenes back then,
Yeah.
where NASA were like, look, and the guys are in the room, right? Radiation, we need to protect it. We need to make sure that on re-entry, the whole thing doesn't just blow up because of the heat that's going to be assimilated during the speed of re-entry and all these.
Combust.
Yeah, exactly. So they create all these things to add extra layers of protection for
Right.
that.
Right, but
so
my
is it
question
far-fetched to say
It
that
is because
they can't protect against radiation? That's
no,
far-fetched.
no, because they don't know how the strength of that radiation.
Yeah.
They don't know what
It's
type
an
of
unknown. Yeah,
radiation.
yeah, you're right. It's an
Every
unknown.
type of
Yeah.
radiation will have a different
Yeah.
like type
Level
of
of-
protection, level
yeah,
of protection
yeah.
against it.
Yeah.
So
They don't
how
know, but
will
they
they
have
know?
to. Well,
They want to know.
well, they've made an educated guess.
So
All right, fine.
I
They didn't,
can-
and they all died.
I can see here
I
you're split
understand
on
what you're
this.
saying,
You're both
yeah.
split on
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So you
I'm just saying this is
are.
a weak one to try and argue
So
against.
you are with me. Yeah. That this
Insane.
debunks that theory.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And
It's a weak one.
Which side are you on?
I'm considering that
They could have
again.
had
The
protection against it.
radiation thing is still a theory. They can't measure it.
No, the radiation has been measured. It's highly radioactive.
So they didn't go to the moon because that radiation would have killed them.
So if they knew that it was highly harmful,
No, but they didn't know the extent of it until now. Is what
No.
you're telling me.
2012 is where they got
2012
the
is when they
real-
found out.
where they got the
Real
real
measurements.
measurement.
And in
Yeah.
the 50s, they had no idea.
okay.
They,
fine.
they would have
Yeah.
thought about it as a
So
theory.
they knew it existed.
Knew it
They
existed.
knew there's radiation in space.
Let me ask you a question.
So,
yeah?
so here's the thing. So they knew the radiation is in
Yeah.
space. We need to make sure, like you said, that we have the radiation protection in place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to make the assumption that they ensure that their astronauts had that protection. So when they went up into space,
Also,
fully protected.
the space, the space capsule that they're in,
yeah,
has radiation protection. What
Yeah.
else has radiation protection?
The suits.
Their suits.
yeah. So
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
So-
the level of protection.
Yeah, but they didn't know.
Exactly. So they didn't know. So
Yeah, so it doesn't mean that the radiation. Nobody's saying that the radiation doesn't exist.
okay, all right. For argument's sake, then I'll say that maybe they protected themselves
Yeah.
and they
Yeah,
survived
okay,
radiation.
so you-
That's the least of their worries. I
so
think.
you believe we went to the moon?
no,
No,
still.
Oh.
Still
I'm
no.
just saying that that's a weak argument to
Okay.
say that we didn't go to. The
I
moon.
mean,
Yeah.
we went to the
Yeah.
moon. Are you with this conspiracy theory or against it?
I'll go. I'm against it because it's not.
It's not a strong one.
It's not strong
It's not a
enough
strong
to then.
Okay. Well, let's
yeah,
move on to
decipher, yeah.
numero 3.
Okay, number 3.
Okay, number 3. Now, when it's a clear sky, you
Yeah.
look up. What do you see?
Stars.
Stars. Let's take a look at this image. What's missing?
Stars.
Stars.
Why are there no stars in that picture?
Well, this is the difficult thing, right? So if you remember when we went to Jordan,
Yeah.
right, and we were in
Wadi Rum.
Wadi Rum, so we were stargazing at night. So they turned all the light interference off. There's
Yeah.
no light whatsoever. So on the moon, there will be no light interference. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I pulled my phone out and I looked up to the stars and I took a picture. Guess what came back?
Black.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Black darkness.
But what do you see with your eyes?
I seen it clear as day.
Okay.
Clear as day.
It was almost like looking at constellations: purple,
Yeah.
white, green. It was.
So this is down to the camera's exposure. I
Yeah.
don't think the camera's exposure would have been able to show the stars, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't say that this is, this conspiracy theory is relevant to whether they went to the moon or not, because
Yeah.
that camera would never have been able to capture.
And
that
also,
image.
yeah, and also technology against cameras back then, in comparison to now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also looking at that picture-
here's the ultimate question. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, you're going to say
I was
something.
just going to say, yeah. So looking at the lighting as well, at least they got this lighting right because
Yeah.
they've got
The
the
sun
light
coming in that
from
way.
one source. But
That's the sun.
But that's the sun, right?
Yeah.
But if it was in a studio, I consider if it was in a studio, we spoke about the parallel lines again, didn't we?
Yeah.
They're not parallel, those shadows, which makes me think that's a single.
Which shadows?
So you can see the shadow of
yeah,
space, man. I
then
always
the shadow of the
wanted you
rock.
to go. Yeah, and then the rock. One is going that way, and one's going like that.
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, but that's just because of the light and that's the darkness.
Yeah.
side.
Okay.
So
But
that would also be dependent on the shape of the rock.
Yes. Very true. Yeah. Maybe it's where the sun is at that point. Maybe it's hitting that in a certain angle. Because
maybe,
that could be
but
the reason.
then again, so if you look at the sun as a
Yeah.
light source, generally speaking, it's not a single point of light. It's like
So-
an area of light, right?
Here's my question to you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. People that have cameras
Yeah.
on their phones,
Yeah.
disposable cameras to shoot an image of space, the
Yeah.
sky, and to see, do I get darkness back or do
Yeah.
I see stars? Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was fake, yeah, they would have put the stars in to try and prove to people that, hey, look,
We
we're on the
went to the
moon,
moon.
and look, you can see stars.
But that's what I
Because
mean.
at
Yeah.
that time, there's no way people saying, well, let me go outside and take a picture.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't see the stars in
Yeah.
the picture.
There's that, or the flip side of it could be that in the studio they forgot to put stars background up, so they just left it the way it is.
Also,
It's
there's
already been
another-
published. and then they left it.
There's another
Okay.
thing here as well, yeah, which is when you're looking at the sky from Earth,
Yeah.
you are seeing a reflective basis, yeah, of
The sun onto the stars.
onto the stars. Well, not onto
No,
the
no,
stars.
not stars.
Yeah, you're seeing a reflective basis from the moon. So that's why you can see the moon at night.
Yeah,
right?
of course. It's
Because
a
the light
reflection.
shines from the sun onto the moon, and then it glows for us here.
Yeah.
However, when you are looking far beyond, you're seeing stars that a lot of them aren't even in our solar system.
And some of them are probably dead and don't even
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah. Well, a star is
Because it takes like
Yeah.
millions of years for,
Yeah, for
the
light to
light to
travel.
actually travel
Yeah.
and reach us.
Good.
Yeah.
And Fraser's right. A star is dead.
yeah.
The stars.
Sorry,
It's
it's
a
a
dead-
dead sun.
Yeah, it's a dead sun.
You know.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
just
this is
it's
it.
extinguished,
Yeah.
and you just see.
However, when you're in space, if you look out into space, what's reflecting back to allow you to see those? Because there's no light.
no, but you still see the sun.
No,
Yeah.
no.
The
You
stars
see,
as well.
no. You think about it this way, yeah, right? If we're on Earth, right?
Right.
We're on Earth. The sun it's nighttime where we are, daylight somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah. So where we are, the way that the sun is reflective of the moon,
Yeah.
we see the moon, right? Now there's natural light that we have that bounces, yeah. When light bounces, what do you see?
Light.
Right? You see light. So all the reflective light
It's
that is
keeping it
bouncing,
basic. Yeah.
all the reflective light from Earth that is bouncing up to the atmosphere, yeah,
Mhm.
maybe that is what allows us to see the stars.
Right.
Right? When you're in space,
If
if the
I
sun
disagree with that.
if the sun isn't where you're looking and there's no light, what are you going to see? If there's no light reflecting off any surface,
Yeah.
do you see it?
No,
or
I
not?
think
You
you're
don't
getting
see it.
confused
we've never
between
been in that-
reflection
We've
and
never been in
refraction
that.
and
We've
things
not
like
been in
that.
that situation.
No.
Really. Like,
If you're in a dark vacuum space
yes.
and there's no other light emitted from anything else,
then you're not going to see anything.
you are going to see something.
You're not going to see anything.
You are going to see the stars
Okay.
that are emitting the light.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
That's why you'll always
Oh,
see the stars.
No.
You would.
That's wrong. And I'll
Look
tell
at
you why.
Star Wars.
One sec,
when
one
they
sec,
do
one sec. Let me
hyperdrive,
explain.
do you see all the light?
Yeah, but that's fake, right? Let me
That's all this fake.
let me give you an example, right?
One sec. There's
we
only...
will no one sec. Let me just get to
Okay.
this point, right? We turn off the lights in here completely.
Yeah,
Every single light is turned off.
yeah,
Yeah. Close the blinds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure that there's no light source in here whatsoever.
yeah.
What will you see in the room?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's nothing. There's no light
There's
source.
no light source.
But the
bouncing.
stars
No,
are
hold
a
on,
light
hold on,
source.
Hold on.
But here's the
No,
thing.
no, but we can't see anything, right? Because there's no light being bounced off anything, even at a low level,
No.
to allow us to see something,
No,
right?
that doesn't make sense.
It does.
That makes
Because
no
if there's
sense.
no light reflective and there's no light bouncing off anything, you're never going to see anything.
No, of course you
Like,
are.
I'm going to be.
There's a
completely-
light
I'm going to be
source.
brutal with you here and say I like your theory,
But it's wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Why am I wrong?
You are wrong.
Because the
Explain to me why I'm
stars
not
are a
wrong.
light source.
Because the stars.
It doesn't matter if there's no light here.
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you wrong?
No, one sec.
There was no light anywhere,
Yeah.
but we saw all the stars.
There was light.
There's no light.
Zed.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm backing you up here.
Yeah, okay.
Let me just.
Is this
finish.
Dumbo
Yeah.
over here?
I like his theory. Yeah.
Oh shit, we're supposed to be together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, no. I like your theory. No, it's your own points. Yeah. I like your theory, but you are wrong. I'm sorry to say.
I'm right.
Yeah.
You guys aren't scientists.
In space, you can actually see the stars better than you can from Earth.
So why are there no stars in that then?
The exposure of the camera.
That's why.
What did I say?
Because
We went to Wadi Rum and I put the camera up.
fake.
It was a complete.
Yeah, but when I put the camera up
dark.
and took a picture, you could just see blurry stars.
Your exposure of your camera was better. That was 1969.
so
they
you-
didn't have all this fancy
So
technology
you
with
admit
cameras.
my phone is better than yours.
Yeah, it was then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's
So,
All that
Bringing
point
it
just
back.
to get to that.
bringing it back
Right, yeah,
to there.
bringing it back. Yeah.
Do you agree with this conspiracy theory? Or
I disagree with the conspiracy theory being that we didn't go to the moon because there's no stars.
Yes.
I disagree with
you
that.
disagree with
Yeah, I
that?
disagree with that.
Okay.
I'll
So
go
that
with
has,
I mean, I've got some sense about me.
you've debunked me then.
Debunked. Boom.
Okay. We're going to go into probably one of the biggest ones out there.
Right. Okay.
When I say one of the biggest ones with the moon landing conspiracy,
Yeah.
what's the one thing that comes to your head?
The
flag.
jumping. The flag. Yes. I forgot about the flag.
The
Yeah.
flag.
Damn,
What about the flag?
this is getting
What's the
juicy.
issue?
Like it's almost as if there's wind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's moving.
The moving flag.
Yeah.
It looks like it's moving.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this image just to bring it into context. There we are.
Yeah. It's the way the crinkles are. It looks almost as though it is doing that,
Yeah.
like a snake.
So it looks like there's wind, but there is no wind.
Yeah.
Also, why is the flag shadow going the other way rather than behind?
No, I don't know if it is going.
It is. It's on the floor. on the
Yeah, no, it
left-hand
is
side.
because look, the light source is to the left of that image.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But look, right?
No, but that's right. That's
The
going
astronauts'
that
shadows are going right.
way.
The flag is going left.
Yeah.
no, the flag's not going
Yeah,
there.
it is.
It's
Yeah,
not.
Look,
It's
look,
not.
Bottom left.
Look, it's at the bottom left, going that way.
There it is.
Oh, I never saw that before. Oh snap! Right, okay, that's thrown a spanner in the works.
And then also, no wind out there, obviously.
Right, so I think this is the biggest theory.
Yeah.
That makes me believe that we didn't go to the moon and that it was all staged.
So do you know what NASA's explanation for this is?
Go on.
Yeah. On the flag, at the top of the flag, they've
Right.
actually got like a pole
Going across it. to
going
hold
across it. Yeah. So I'm going to bring up the next image here, please, Mr. Producer. Yeah. Can you kind of see it?
I can kind
Yeah.
of see it because it crinkles at the top, don't it? Like how it gathers and it's a completely straight
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. It's a complete straight line, which is why the flag is the way it is. It looks like it's moving because it's on a straight bar. If you
Yeah.
think about it, in space, there's no flag. The gravity's there. Yeah. But then what's going to happen to
It's
that
a
flag?
lower. It's a lower force of gravity in there.
Yeah.
I mean.
Value of gravity, yeah.
Yeah. So there's no way of keeping that flag up
Force.
because
Well, yeah.
eventually it's just going to go.
Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. But considering if it was on a pole
Yeah.
on both sides
Yeah.
and you drop the flag,
Yeah.
you would still have a bit of a gathering towards the ground, if that makes like towards the vertical pole,
Okay.
right? And that's obviously because of forces at play pulling it down, right?
Right.
But if you look at that picture, the flag is clearly crinkling like that. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
but you could also say, or NASA could say, well, if you look at the top where the pole is,
Yeah.
right, that's holding it up.
yeah.
It's all been kind of like crinkled together. So maybe that was just a crinkle in the fabric at
At that particular time when the picture was
Yeah.
taken.
No, but even in the studio, they would have had to do that anyway. Because if they used fans,
yeah,
to
then
blow the
yeah,
flag,
exactly, yeah, which
all the dust would have gone everywhere.
yeah.
So either way, that they would have had to use
Yeah,
that
yeah, that's the
pole.
point. Yeah.
Um,
And why is the shadow going the other way?
But yeah, I never noticed that before.
Because it would still be going behind.
Is
it.
there
No, that's something that you've noticed yourself. No one's really brought up the shadow. On
one,
the,
two,
on the other
three
thing.
debunked?
Debunked. God damn
Yeah.
it, you guys are too good.
Yeah. Nothing gets past us.
Alrighty,
Nothing
so
gets past us.
out of 4,
Yeah.
you've debunked 3.
Yeah.
You've debunked 3.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, which one didn't we debunk?
you did the particles one,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then you debunked all 4 so far.
Okay.
Let's go to
So
number
he's
5.
done 4 and I've done 3.
Yeah.
I'm the master debunker.
No, it's completely up to you though. There's no right or wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, there's-
Well, I want to be
it's four,
sure as well.
Well, if you want to change it to 4, yeah, change
Right,
it to
okay, I'm 4.
4. There you go. It's 4.
If only life was that easy.
Yeah.
Honestly, bloody
Yeah.
hell.
Right,
so
go on.
now we're going to go on to the last one here. Yeah. Now, Faz had mentioned this before. So we went to the movie 1969.
Yep.
Why have we never gone back?
Funding. Well, the excuse is funding.
Yeah, the
But
reason
I
is
think it's because we never actually
funding,
went.
there's other priorities. We've got no reason to go back, and budget cuts.
Is America the only nation that ever wants to go to the moon?
Well, India have been trying.
India have
They've
put
been
Pegasus
really
on the
trying.
moon. Well, not Pegasus, sorry. I can't remember what the name
I
of the
can't
robot
remember what
was.
it's called. Baji.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Baji landed on the moon.
But they've recently landed a rover on the moon.
Yeah.
Japan has recently landed a rover on the moon.
Actually, yeah, Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
But not with humans.
No, not with humans.
Because the loss of life is
So
too
what?
great.
So are they really getting to the moon or not?
I reckon they have actually got to the moon.
No,
now.
I can understand getting a rover to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
But
there's
human,
no life.
But the question, like, okay,
so why have they
so
gone back?
because they want to show their technological
Yeah, but you know what?
advancements.
There's other theories out there, right?
Mm.
That when they apparently went to the moon,
Yeah.
they heard things. Some
oh,
people,
scary.
some people saw things,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why they have never gone back to the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the honest truth is that there is zero validity in any of that. I don't think
Yeah,
they've gone
no.
out there and seen some
They went
alien
up there,
no.
it was a whisper.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
yeah.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but
It's alien.
Exactly.
Coming out from my belly.
Yeah.
the reason going back is to show technological advancements for their country and their nation. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no other reason to it.
Well,
Because we're not going to live on the moon.
think about it from America's point of view.
Why would they
Been
need to
there,
go back?
done that.
Yeah,
Next focus
Yeah,
is
but it's-
Mars.
yeah, but why?
Mars,
but
yeah.
why? But why? would
Mars
they
is
need
too difficult to get to.
Yeah, but why would they need to go back? Yeah, they did it for one purpose and one purpose
Just
only:
think why are they going
Yeah.
back?
to defeat the Soviet Union in the moon race.
in the Cold War. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they've done that now. Yeah. So other than that, there's no, and probably from a government spending,
There's no need to
there's
do
no
it.
desire
Yeah.
to. What else? would they need
But,
to go
but
to
the
moon
question was,
for?
why do
They're
the
not in a
other,
position to space explore.
why are the other countries going back? Why are they going to the moon? Is that what you're
Because
Yeah.
they now
Yeah.
want to start colonizing the moon.
No, but there's no
Yeah.
reason to colonize the moon.
No,
because
there is. Well,
because you
there
can't
is.
sustain life there.
No, they are saying that we can find ways to sustain life there.
You can
And that's the
build
whole point.
greenhouses.
And that's the whole
Yeah, I
point.
guess,
of
yeah,
moving
yeah.
colonies on there.
Yeah.
And then now we're moving into a new era of existence where there are people out there that do want to start having an intergalactic relationship with other planets out there.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
whether
sounds
that's
They want to start Star Trek. And
they want to
all
start
that.
Star
right.
Trek. So the Artemis missions, they're saying by 2030 we'll have the first humans on Mars. And
Yeah.
part of that by 2030, maybe
Probably a bit
it's-
later,
or
2040.
maybe it's 2030 people will go to the moon with a view of 20,
I like how we switched that one.
where with a view of
Right, okay, so think of
2050
this then, yeah?
to be on Mars. But the whole point of it is they're not just sending people to the moon to say, oh yeah, we're back at the moon.
Yeah.
No, they're going to be sending loads of gear to the moon and then,
To then
sending
prepare
people,
that voyage to
and
Mars.
then sending
But I think
people
that's
to the moon
counterproductive.
to then colonize the Mars. Sorry, to colonize the moon,
Yeah.
and then from moon is where the second stage of Artemis missions will then launch from the moon to
Yeah, I
Mars.
kind of get it.
That's 2025.
Is that
Right.
2025 where they're looking to do the moon
And then move
first,
from
and
there.
then from there.
Right. Well, here's a question though, right? So these guys are traveling to the moon. Japan. Did you see, who else was there? Last
Japan,
by the way, this is
Japan, India,
India,
and America, and
America.
obviously the Soviets.
And by the way,
Soviets,
don't be
right.
fooled into
Union
thinking
at
that
that
that is not just in Elon Musk and NASA thing. This is a joint venture of many countries around the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. So think to yourself, right? Okay, so they're sending these probes to the moon.
Yeah.
Why have they never found the original flag?
They have.
Why
they
have
have? They have.
They have.
They have.
Yeah.
What?
You
Yeah.
take
When-
you take a look at images from NASA, and you will see rover tracks on the moon.
Yeah. Also, where the
And the
is
flag
put-
as well.
Yeah. So there's
The shuttle.
so what they say is
Really?
what they say
all the
is-
previous equipment from there is still there.
and what they say is if at
never
a
seen
certain
that one.
point, at a certain day, at a certain time, every year, you can see a shining thing that is an indicator of the flag. Apparently,
Such a small
Allegedly.
flag and it's shining.
yeah,
Mm.
allegedly.
Shines brighter than
I
a
need to
star.
see some of those pictures, but we'll have a look at them another day. Okay.
Yeah. So to wrap this conspiracy theory up,
Yeah.
is it a conspiracy? Did we go to the moon? Yes or no?
We did not go to the moon, so it's a fact.
So you're still in the same position
Yeah,
you
no,
started.
we did
We
not.
didn't go to the moon, even though you've argued some very valid points for us actually going to the moon. You
So
still
that's
believe?
just trying to debunk the theory.
No, I didn't want
Yeah.
you trying to debunk the theory. I wanted to give you actual
Yeah.
Yeah,
viewpoints.
no, I think some of the arguments are weak, but I think that it was a race against time to beat the Soviet Union at the time, rather than actually be bothered about going to the moon.
Pumping all that money
Yeah.
in. Let's
Yeah.
just studio it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your thoughts?
I don't think we went to the moon either. It was a race. It was they tried to show supremacy,
yeah.
America, and they did that through music, through movies, through everything to rub it in the faces of the world and say, "Oh, we actually made it there." But they never actually made it there, and Russia would have beat them. That's the whole reason why they fabricated all the evidence. And if that's the case, they should have gone there. They should have gone there
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I don't believe that we went there. No.
Well, I'll tell you who will know.
Buzz Lightyear.
No. Good shout. Yeah.
To infinity and beyond.
Boom. Okay, but I'll tell you who will know. Jonathan.
Ross.
No.
What?
Jonathan is a 191-year-old tortoise.
You love your turtles and tortoises, don't you?
No,
They have they have all the secrets of the world.
Let me
That's
guess.
why you're going to love this. 191 years. How many times have you said, I wonder what a tortoise has seen?
Can
What
I-
stories they're going to be
Yeah.
able to
Can
tell?
I just ask
They
you
live
something?
long lives.
Yeah.
So maybe Jonathan knows the answer. Did
Can
we
I-
go
can
to
I
the
just
moon
ask
or
you
not?
something?
Well, let's ask Jonathan then.
Does this turtle
Yeah.
have 13 shells?
Yes, it
instead-
does.
and
28
on
little
the-
ribs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to introduce you to Jonathan.
Oh, where's Jonathan? Is he in
Yeah.
the studio?
Right, come on in, Jonathan.
Oh my god!
Turtle in a half shell.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm joking, guys.
It only took him 3 years to get to this stage, but okay, yeah.
So, this is the oldest living land.
Being. Oh,
animal.
land animal. Oh,
Yes.
wow, okay.
Is he dead now?
He was turned 191 in December last year.
Wow.
And here he is
So
with
he's-
Prince
So he's actually a dinosaur.
Edward. Yeah, it's actually a dinosaur. 191 years.
Right, let's have a look then.
Yeah.
Can we see Miss Producer?
There he is.
Oh, he's a
Can we
beast.
zoom in a bit into that?
He's a beast.
Now he's over in Seychelles. Actually, no.
Seychelles,
it was-
Seychelles,
yeah, from
on
the
the
Seychelles.
seashore.
Yeah, St. Helena, which is an overseas territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. This geezer was apparently born around 1832.
Okay.
No, there's
Yeah.
only one
No,
problem
but that's
here.
apparently. Is there any proof
It's
to
a,
this?
yeah, there's
Yeah, so there's record of him from
Existing.
existing, in the Seychelles, in St. Helena, when they brought him there.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And at that time, it was said he was 5 years old.
Right, okay.
there's
so when
only
he was
one
brought
thing here. So when you say, "Oh, he will know,"
People talk. He might have got the story.
Yeah, does anybody know how to speak tortoise?
I'm sure the Mayans did, which is probably where they got the calendar from. It was like, oh,
These
turtles,
spots
where,
on
what
the
should
back
we
of
do?
my
It was
head.
like, my son, 13 months, 28 days,
Yeah, maybe
be
that's what it
gone.
was.
Yeah. But here's the thing, look, he's Prince Edward. Yeah.
Right.
Queen Elizabeth's Baba.
Is he speaking turtle?
Yeah. He's probably saying, yeah, well, how was it when you
What
met my
pizza
mum?
do you like? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
And this same turtle met his granddad.
His granddad.
Yeah. His granddaddy.
Any proof of that?
Yeah. There is actually.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, snap!
Damn, okay.
And it's actually the same turtle as well.
It's the same turtle. It's Jonathan.
yeah.
Wow.
To be fair, he looks
So
bigger there.
if you zoom into that picture there, you have in that picture George the Sixth. Yeah. You got the Queen Mother.
Yeah,
There she is.
You
yeah.
got then
the Queen as
Princess
well.
Elizabeth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And look, and Princess Margaret's there too.
Ah.
So this turtle has lived, and this is the ultimate question here. Yeah. Thank you for that, Mr. Producer. This turtle has lived through 8 British monarchs.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And to think that our previous monarch, the Queen,
Yeah.
she reigned for like 75 years.
And what about Victoria? How long did she reign? 63 years.
Really?
Yeah, Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
And he's lived through
He's
8.
lived through 8 monarchs. Now,
I am
can
gonna-
you tell me the names of those 8 British monarchs?
Victoria,
No, go.
Elizabeth.
I'll be.
I
I'll
don't know
give
the
you a
order.
clue. Go backwards.
So Charles, King Charles.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
2.
King George.
Yeah.
King George the
3rd. 4th. 5th. 6th. 7th.
6th.
6th.
Yeah.
Queen Victoria.
No.
No.
Victoria's come
way
to a
before
way.
it.
She comes. You
Way
missed
King
that.
George's daddy.
Yeah, technically.
King,
It wasn't King George's daddy.
King Richard.
What, his mummy?
No.
His auntie?
No.
His uncle?
No.
How did
His friend.
No.
His lover.
No.
Well, what else
His
could it be?
Okay, you're getting a bit closer, but not
cousin.
cousin.
His uncle?
3rd cousin, 4th
No.
cousin, 5th
It's not
cousin.
cousin. He's obviously a relative, but not cousin.
Auntie?
We said uncle, auntie, cousin.
It's not an auntie. It's not an uncle. It's
Yeah.
not a cousin.
Yeah.
So what else
but
could
it's
it
a
be?
relative.
Yeah, it's
Granddad?
relative.
Grandma?
No.
Mum?
No.
Dad?
No.
Brother?
Yes.
Oh.
After all that frigging time, you said every relation besides brother.
Edward?
Yes, it was Edward.
King
King
Edward.
Edward.
All right.
Yeah.
And then before that, King Richard.
No.
King Richard?
Yeah.
That's like 1503.
I'm just throwing names. Oh, who is it then?
After Edward, it was Edward's daddy,
Yeah, who
who
was?
was
King
Charles.
No.
Philip.
No.
King Andrew.
It's a name you've already said.
King Solomon.
Oh, when did you say King Solomon? I said yeah.
King Solomon.
It's a name you've already said.
I don't know. Give up.
It's a name you've already frigging said.
I don't know. King Charles. King Edward.
How can it be King Charles?
George.
when we're on
Queen Victoria.
George.
King
We're on
George.
Charles the Third.
Hell.
Yeah, the last Charles II was Stuart times.
All right, okay.
So it's not going to be a name you've
King
said
George.
previously. Yeah,
We've just
King
said
George
that.
the
We've just said that.
3rd.
right. What was his dad's name?
Edward.
It was Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then previous to Edward
Victoria.
Was
Victoria.
See, I know that.
What was
Don't test
Victoria's
me.
daddy's name?
George.
No,
Philip.
Richard.
no,
Edward.
no,
Andrew.
no.
Oh, bloody.
It's a name you know.
Well, I know many names, but it doesn't mean they're the right ones.
Think royal family. It's a name you know.
Edward. Charles.
Harry.
Harry.
You're gonna say every
Andrew.
frigging name besides this name.
Benjamin.
Which royal family member do you know?
King
called
Benjamin from, back in the day.
back in bloody day,
Back in
Benjamin.
the day.
Charles.
No,
Just give up.
'cause think Charles III's last second was Stuart.
Give up.
You can't give up.
I
you-
just don't
you
know
quitter.
the answer.
You quit anything.
David. There's been a King
It's a
David.
current living
Charles.
member of the royal family
Edward.
has this name.
Andrew. Harry. William.
William, for
Oh
God's
my
sake,
God.
every name besides
Oh my
William,
God.
every name besides George.
We got there.
You got
Yeah.
that.
We got the 8.
Yeah.
We got the 8.
Now give me the years they reigned.
Oh, do no, that's not happening. Not happening.
Can I just say something?
Okay, so 8. Think about that. 8 British monarchs.
8 British
Now say
monarchs.
what you're going to say.
I think it's a lie.
Oh, he's a
I
he's
think
it's a conspiracy
it's a
theorist.
conspiracy theory.
It's
I'll tell you why.
Why?
That turtle has been
Tortoise.
Is it a tortoise or a
That is a
turtle?
Tortoise.
has been
Tortoise.
cloned.
Oh snap! They cloned him.
Clone.
They
Eating
cloned
right
it.
off to my lawn.
Cloned him
Yeah.
like a motherfucker.
They cloned the sheep. They cloned the turtle.
Okay.
Right.
tortoise.
Anyway. 8 monarchs is
8 monarchs. Think about that.
That's
Yeah.
mad.
It's not bad.
That
It's not
lifespan.
bad.
Yeah.
198
63 years of one
198
queen.
Well, and he's seen the moon landing. He knows the
He
answers.
probably does
He
know
knows
the answers.
Yeah.
Was he? This,
He was
this
on
will
the
blow
ship.
my mind. Was he on the ship?
Yeah,
He was on the ship.
He was the one who was flying navigator.
yeah. Chief navigator.
They were talking in clicks to
Yeah.
try and get him to get that.
Mm,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's mad. Madness.
if you think, if you lived for 191 years, what would you experience? Yeah.
Famine,
What stories would you
poverty, recession, bloody COVID. What else is there?
I don't know.
tell? Wars.
Wars, yeah, apparently.
Cartoons about you eating pizzas, living with a rat.
And the
And
Simpsons.
maybe you
still-
might encounter Skibidi flipping toilet.
Skibidi. What the hell is that?
You mentioned something like this.
Skibidi toilet.
Skibidi Toilet.
What is a Skibidi toilet?
Can you show us what Skibidi Toilet is?
Can I show you Skibidi toilet?
Yeah.
I can't show you Skibidi toilet, but I
Right.
know someone who can.
Right,
Who's that?
Miss Producer. What the hell is Skibidi?
Skibidi Toilet.
So
Skibidi toilet.
think about it. Have you heard of that Turkish guy on TikTok? Skibidi beep bop Bup, doobity doop, yips, yes, yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you haven't got
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
He's
I don't have
boomery and
TikTok.
doesn't know what it
I
is.
don't have TikTok. Is he the one that does with his
Yeah,
belly
belly
dances?
dance. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah. So, skibidi boop bop bop. It's a slow down version, but it's a guy with a head in the toilet.
Let's have a watch.
Move it across, Sarah.
Drag it over.
Drag it over. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's have a listen to that. Play that first one.
My style is ridiculous.
What's the point of that?
My style is
Now here's the thing. For us,
Yeah.
it's what the frig is that?
Yeah,
what's the point of that? What is that guy doing with head in the toilet going skibidi bip bop bop boop boop like the scat
I
man?
mean, the beat sounds good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but the beat's already a song, isn't it?
But you know, for Generation Alpha, it's like one of the best things. since
Generation
sliced bread.
Alpha.
Yeah, because
Generation Alpha.
well,
People
Gen
that are
Z's
born
finished.
now.
Generation Alpha is like the new upcoming generation.
Yeah,
aren't
that's like my nephew's age is like 5, 6.
they? Yeah,
and
Generation
they
Alpha.
like this.
yeah.
I can tell you
No,
now, my nephews
they-
have never ever asked. For...
Depends what they've been exposed to.
They're only
Yeah.
5.
It depends what they've been exposed to. Now you got to think about it. Technological
5-year-olds have been
Yeah.
exposed to this.
Your sister might be like a bit strict with what they see. Yeah, tablet time, all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
What, popping pills now? What?
no.
Tablet
This,
No, we're talking
this is the
about,
craze.
Moses tablet.
This is the craze now. Skibidi Toilet is like one of the funniest things since sliced
They're not
bread.
blind. They're not
I know. I just
blind, mate.
realised now what I was doing.
I know.
I meant to read it, but I was doing that.
Yeah, but you do that with your eyes
No, I
closed.
didn't mean
as
to
well.
say that. No, I wasn't. Oh, sorry.
He's
if I
kind of said this before when blind people read.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, speaking of toilets,
Yeah.
how does the blind man know that he's finished with the toilet?
Is this joke all right?
You do realize, yeah, that when you go to the toilet.
Forget that. You're reading the
hold on a minute,
punchline.
Hold on a minute.
How
It's a
does-
sensation, number
Y-
one.
yeah.
So you know when you finish.
No.
Like, just 'cause you
Oh, okay,
can't see
sorry.
it.
Okay, I'll reword it. How do you know when the blind man's finished wiping his bum on the toilet?
I don't know.
He licks the paper.
That's just
Oh man!
Shame on you. right. So bringing it back to Skibidi
You
Toilet.
ruined it. That's why. Okay,
Right.
we're going.
So Skibidi Toilet, it really entertains Generation Alpha.
Right.
No.
Probably like the foot. Don't say.
Sorry, can I
no.
just fact check this? Miss Producer, what year is Generation Alpha? What year is Generation Alpha?
You're making Miss Producer bloody work hard today.
Yeah, I want to know what year is counted as Generation Alpha, because I don't think it. I don't know. Generation Alpha is a new thing.
2010 to 2024
2010.
currently. Yeah, there you go. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
Ruin all
happy?
the fun in our
Eh?
podcast.
Are you being fact checked?
Yeah.
Just because you've got 5 and 6 years views, it doesn't mean that the rest of the world doesn't exist
well,
with children out
to be
there.
honest with you, I've never seen that with my nephews and nieces.
Yeah. I don't think.
And
it's
do you know what?
Generation
That
Alpha.
brings the end to this podcast.
No,
Let's
no,
go.
don't
if
do
you've
that.
seen Skibidi Toilet or not, because these two clearly haven't.
No.
And
Of course we haven't. We've never.
So
watched
hang
the
on,
part.
is this your favourite video on TikTok?
I think
right
it
now?
is.
it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. Do
No,
you,
but
not hear,
Armellius.
do you not hear that tune?
Yeah, but Armellius, just a quick one, right?
In
I
the
don't think that this is a
pillow.
Generation Alpha thing. I think it's a Gen Z thing.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I do not think
I
it
think
is.
Gen Z is.
Do you know why I don't think it is?
What is it? What's the purpose of skibidi doo da dee dee doo 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 doo?
That's
in a
why.
toilet?
Well, if we
And
read some
think
of the
about
comments-
it, think about it. That's why the younger generation, because Gen Z now are a lot older. Yeah, they're not going to be Skibidi Toilet buzzing. This is
They're
a
the zombie
young
generation. The ones
Yeah.
that,
This is now the younger generation who see things like that and go, "Wow, that's so funny. That's amazing." I find it
Between
hilarious."
2010 and 2024, some of those Generation Alpha are 14 years old, and they're buzzing off that.
Yeah, but then you got to remember, it's not just the 14-year-olds;
going
it's
on?
the younger ones. The younger ones.
I
but
think the
what's the
world's
purpose
turned
of
to
it?
shit.
That's the whole point. That's the thing. What's the purpose of it?
No,
I don't know.
no.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
That's what I'm asking you.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get your thoughts. So
Do you reckon the people in space watch that on their TikToks and think that's funny?
I think they do. And then while they're on the toilet, they're going skibidi.
Yeah, but you know why? It's because they're when they go to the toilet, it probably comes back out because there's no gravity.
Yeah.
You know,
But then-
in
So my whole point of you showing you
Yeah.
this is the whole reason I was showing it to you. Yeah. You think about it, right? This is now what generations are being brought up on. It's like a little snippet of a video.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah,
I know where
they
your
grow
point's
up-
going. I know
Yeah.
where your point.
When they
point's
grow
going.
up, they'll be like, oh, do you remember Skibidi Toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where your point's going.
Well,
The kids that are watching this now
yeah.
means that we have got no hope to ever make it to Mars or Moon ever again.
Can you
Ever
imagine?
again.
Can you imagine a civilization, right, in 300 years, and they, are come across this kid's tablet, and they unlock it, through
They got
probably,
the
It'll
dating
work
video.
300 years
probably
later.
just got zzz, and it unlocks, right,
Right.
and that's it. The screen pops up. They get
Skibidi bop bop.
skibidi and a head spinning in the corner. You're gonna think, you know what? This generation that was 300 years
Well,
ago
imagine
are so
aliens.
flipping thick.
Imagine aliens
Coming over.
and then they come and say, I don't know.
Show us the advancements of man. Skibidi
Yeah.
boobidi bop. Head in
Yeah.
the toilet, yeah.
You find
Aliens.
blah, 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 entertaining? Blah, 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 blah.
No, the whole point is, right, we've got our things that we grew up with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask you,
What did we grow with? Hey Arthur,
Hey Arthur,
Sooty and
Power
Sweet,
Rangers,
Power
Sooty and
Rangers,
Sweet,
yeah.
yeah, Sooty and
You know,
Sweet, Power Rangers.
Digimon, Pokemon,
Bodger and Badger.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bodger and
Yeah,
Badger,
exactly.
yeah. But if it,
What,
oh,
what was the one with the old lady in there with the dog in the plane?
come fly with me. Oh, come outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it come
That-
outside?
that's the
Play
things
out,
that we
let's-
grew up with.
She
You know, Sesame
died.
Street.
She died by
We
then.
grew up with these things.
Yeah,
Not
proper shows.
Yeah, proper shows. Not skibidi doo da head spinning in a fucking
Yeah.
toilet.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the whole point.
I'm angry
so
now.
we are growing up, where with a generation that will in 10, 15 years time will be going to each other. Do you remember that little video, Skibidi Bop, Skibidi
Yeah.
Toilet?
I can tell you now, if any 10-year-old
No,
comes to
because
me and
that's the
says,
base from my mind.
if anybody that's older, yeah, and this is me as a 50, 60-year-old man, whatever, yeah, and a kid comes up, or somebody comes and says, in my presence,
Grandpa Faz.
do you remember when we used to watch Skibidi Doo Blah Blah Blah, head spinning in the toilet? I'm going to say, wait, my friend, come here. Come here. What were you watching? Oh, yeah, Granddad, we used to watch, old man, we used to watch, Skibidi Doo Dah, head spinning in the toilet. Come here. And my frame. As soon as I get closer, that's what I'm doing. I'm just letting you know.
3 broken fists.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. I'm
3 fists? Where's the third one come from?
He did it 3 times.
All right.
I'm going to be knocking them spark out.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
If my kid ever
In his
comes
head,
home,
he's knocking a spark out, but really, he's just like giving him love taps.
He's gonna.
if my kid ever comes home and goes, Daddy,
I'm broken the other hip. Yeah, darn basket.
I'll tell you now, if my kids ever come home and say, Dad, there's a video, Skibidi Doo Dah, and this actually goes for your kids as well, yeah? If any of our kids ever came up to us and say, Dad, Skibidi Doo Dah dee dee dee, or Uncle Skibidi Doo Dah dee, I'm telling you, they're getting it. They're getting it. So protect your kids, yeah? Protect your kids.
Can we just
Don't
do,
kick
can we
shit out of
can
them.
we do a fact check? Can we just check your YouTube history to see if you've not watched that video before?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I reckon he's watched.
Well,
it.
let us know. Skibidi Toilet. Is it something that you've heard of? Is it something that you
Never.
would even watch?
Never.
Nah, not for
Well,
me.
let us know in your
Not for
comments
me.
below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Skibidi-doo-dah-bop-bop.